Hi guys, how's everybody on this mad fucking day? Well, mad week, mad everything. Just back from I'm only starting to run again, so kind of a run stroke jog. Yeah, I was working I'm working from home, so I was working since I did 6:30 to just after 9, and then I got my stuff ready. I just woke up, so the little one wanted to go into the bed, so I said, feck it, I says, look, I'm awake now, there's no point in waiting until 9 o'clock to start work. So yeah, so I did 6:30 to just after 9 o'clock. Time's it now, just 11. So I had a bite to eat, and then got out then, and yeah, it was grand. I didn't even time it now, and usually I have my Fitbit. I didn't, but it was probably about 3 or 4k, not about 4k I'd say. But this is what I want to touch on. I know there's a lot of shit happening, guys, and I know, everybody's worried and stuff like that. I have been that soldier that has got let go from a job and was single, and I worried about my mortgage, you know what I mean? I worried about this and I worried about that. But, my mum always said to me at the time, look, everything works out in the end, do you know what I mean? And it did, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't worry about money or anything like that. Of course, if I can do. But in an instant like this, right, this is nobody's fault. It's obviously somebody's fault from the source. But it's nobody's main fault per se, as in none of our faults. It's not the government's fault for once. And, I think, like, the banks and the financial institutions are going to have to look after people, because this situation is no fault of yours, it's no fault of mine. So they're going to have to, do some kind of a moratorium on mortgages and stuff like that to help people out, because it just has to be done, do you know what I mean? But what I will say to people is, look, I've conditioned my mind in such a way now. When I went on dialysis, which was the worst thing to ever happen to me at the time, right? I thought, this is the end of my life now. And, I'm going to be stuck up to a machine for the rest of my life. Any life that I had before is going to be, you know what I mean? I'm just going to be dependent on this fucking thing and this, that and the other. This is my life now. And then another day I sat down with myself and kind of went, nah, hold on a second here. Hold on a fucking second. This is something you only have to do 3 days a week. So don't let it take over you, you take over it. So what I'm trying to say with this is, guys, stay the fuck off social media unless you're conversing with friends. And don't converse about the coronavirus. Talk about fucking how's the kids doing. You know what I mean? Do a Skype with each other. Do the same things with family, loved ones as well. Like, I was on to my mum last night. I was on to her there 2 days ago. And I'll be doing that kind of, do you know what I mean? And just, like, stop fucking filling your own head up with shit. Like, everybody was fucking shooting their fucking load over fucking Leo's speech the other night. Leo didn't tell us anything majorly different than what we've been told already, guys. He told us what could happen. But, like, he has to say that. It's like being in a fucking film. I swear to God, I thought it was like being in a movie. But what I'm trying to say to you is, if this shit is going to happen, it's going to happen anyway. So no worrying on your part is going to change that. So going to bed and not sleeping, stressing yourself out, driving your blood pressure up, that's not going to fucking help you either, guys. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they put this unemployment thing in place. Thankfully, I'm in a job. The company I work for are in very good fettle and good stock, and they're around a long time. So, as they don't have to rely on a kind of weekly in revenue, which a lot of small businesses, and it's unreal, to be quite honest with you, how many small businesses have suffered as a result of this. So I'm more talking to individuals here because, like, I've got gigs cancelled myself. I just have to fucking roll with the punches. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, I think what people are doing, and I've noticed this with a few people I know as well, all they're doing is reading about this fucking coronavirus. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it's going to come to you, it's going to come to you. And, like, to be honest with you, you're going to be able to do sweet fuck all. Except if they have the antibodies or whatever it is they have to combat it. But you're going to be able to do nothing. So what is the point in making yourself sick now? On the off chance that it might come to you. Now, I worry for, obviously, kids, loved ones. But as long as everybody follows what they're supposed to be doing, we'll be grand. Like Wuhan in China, I think that's how you pronounce it. Like, they're getting relatively back to a normality. There's no new cases. I think some of them are, a lot of people are going back to work, and that's like, that took them by surprise. But we were kind of half prepared for it because we knew it was coming across the water, so we had put things in place beforehand. And like, the solidarity that companies and businesses have shown by shutting down and stuff like that is absolutely brilliant, even though they're going to suffer financially. But there's other businesses that probably should be leading by example, especially food businesses, and they aren't. And I'm talking about local businesses up in Rathout and Ashbourne, but they haven't followed suit, and that's the way it is. I suppose people will still eat. But other companies that I would be associated with, and I know, have shut their doors as a kind of show of solidarity to other businesses, do you know what I mean? And obviously for safety reasons. So, but look, each to their own. But what I'm trying to say is, look, on an individual basis, this is just from talking person to person. My advice would be, like, I'm after having 4 big walks this week, and I have to say, for my head, it's just unbelievable. I'm not being nonchalant as anybody, guys, that has a small business that is suffering. I'm not, please don't take this as this. I'm talking about an individual on their health and their mental health. Like, if you sit in the house all day reading about this shit, believe me, you're going to suffer. And you're going to suffer for a long time. Because if this goes on for 5 months, you're going to be ranking your anxiety up every fucking day by reading about this shit. You just need to do what you need to do in the morning. And if you're staying at home with the kids, get the fucking kids out to the fresh air. Get down to a forest, get down to a wood, go to a fucking park, and just fucking kick a ball around. Bring the dog out. Do you know what I mean? Have a bite to eat and grab something. I don't mean to go into a place, but get something on the way home, or wait till you get home. Get a few rolls, go home, make the kids lunch, stick on a movie, get them to do chores, get them to fucking do, we have Millie doing like maths and, you know, other bits and bobs at home. You know what I mean? And it's working so far. Don't get me wrong, I can see cabin fever on certain days, but it is what it is. But I'm talking about even adult to adult, is just, you need, for your own sanity and your own peace of fucking mind, is to get out into that fresh air. Because I'm telling you guys, like, I know as someone that suffers from high blood pressure, I'm walking or doing something mobility, like something cardiovascular or whatever, every day. I do my plank workout at night or early in the morning. I do a few press-ups every day. Just something, and I do my yoga stretches in the morning as well. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, don't drive yourself into a fucking mental tizzy over this thing, because I can tell you one thing, nobody's going to give a fuck. And like, to be honest with you, it's your individual basis. If you're going to bed and you're not sleeping, and then you're trying to get up to fucking whatever, how many, between 1 and how many kids, it's not going to work to your advantage. You're going to be irritable. Then you're going to go to bed overtired the following night. So you need to get to bed at a decent hour and set yourself, it's like planning out your day. It's like being on a diet. It's like following a fitness plan. You need to plan your day out and kind of go, right, we're going to get up in the morning. I'm going to get me few bits done. I'm going to set this out for the kids. Loads of people are drawing up these little rotas, and I think it's a great fucking idea. Pal of mine, Katrina Kelly, was talking to her. I saw her putting something up on her stories last night. And if anybody wants it, it's a little panel that I sent on to Jen. And basically, if anybody wants this, it's just a little plan that she was sent on. I'd be happy to send on to someone by Messenger or Instagram, whatever. But it's a great little thing. It like goes through the whole day of rest time, movie time, and obviously chores and lessons, etc. And it just gives the day a bit of structure, because we all need a bit of structure. But personally, mental health is your most important here at this time. And guys, if you don't look after it, you're only fucking yourself up, to be quite honest with you. I'm not talking about financial stuff here. Financial stuff is going to happen whether you like it or not. But what I'm talking about is, stay the fuck away. Stop gossiping with people on WhatsApp groups about this, because we all know what's happening. But you don't need to be filling your head up with shit. Oh my God, how many did Italy get today? We're not living in fucking Italy. Do you know what I mean? We're living in Ireland. So yes, how many did we get? Okay, we've 43 cases. We're ready. Okay, Grant. You know what I mean? That's it. Okay, you have the information now. What else do you need to know on a daily basis? then I'm not saying turn your phone off, but just don't be all over fucking social media reading up on this shit, because I'll tell you guys, it's not going to work out too well for you. You know, I'm not being nonchalant about this. I'm taking all the precautions that are asked of. You know, washing my hands, I'm sanitizing myself. Even when I was working on the computer, it's my keyboard. Yeah, I'm disinfecting that, and I'm using hand sanitizer every time I walk away from it. Do you know what I mean? Haven't been down to my mum since I kind of really kicked in. I was down with her the other day, and then like I was on, it's just going to be phone contact from now on. I did say if she needs anything, I'd be happy to drive down, and you know what I mean, leave it in the porch or whatever. But my sister is right beside her, so she'll probably be able to do that for her fiance. So look after your loved ones, but also look after yourself, guys, because like you'll be no use to anybody if you're walking around like a fucking wreck. Do you know what I mean? Get out into that fresh air. Look at it, like the weather is fucking gorgeous. Get out into the fresh air. Try and get out for an hour a day. Do you know what I mean? Don't cook yourself up in the house. Get out an hour a day. Get the fresh air into your lungs. And as I said, if anybody wants that little plan thing, I'd be happy to send it on. It's a plan for yourself and the kids. It mightn't suit you, but I just took a screenshot of it yesterday. So if anybody wants that, just DM me, or you'll get me on Messenger as well. All right, guys. So have a good day. Flatten the curve, and we will get through this. And as they say, this too shall pass. Thank you.